That's all you need. All you need to be successful, not just in film, in life. All you need to do is hold on.
Welcome to the Pantheon Parenthetical. My name is Lance Ash. Let's get right into it. Senior year. Traditionally, the senior trip was to continental Europe. However, my senior year, they decided to change things up, probably knowing the people who ran the school as I do and as I did, for financial considerations. They changed the trip to Great Britain, mostly England, one day in Scotland, one day in Wales. The trip was a disaster, but we're only going to focus on one incident of the overall disaster with this on this episode. All right. One day, we were supposed to be going to Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. We're traveling there by subway, the underground, I guess, is the proper term. Anyway, the whole group of us were spread out among many different cars, but my best friend from high school, myself, and this other kid who was relatively new to the school and who we weren't really friends, we weren't really buddies with. Just the three of us were in one car, separate from everybody else. And we were supposed to get off at this certain stop and then go up to street level to go walk down to the museum. But we missed the stop. We forgot or whatever, and realized we were supposed to get off at the previous stop. So the very next stop, we got off, got on the train going back, got off at the proper station, but everybody was gone. I waited down below while the two other guys went up to the street level, and they didn't see anybody. So they came back down to me, and I hit upon the fabulous idea that we should sneak off to the London Hard Rock Cafe to buy t-shirts. For some reason, the idea of getting a London Hard Rock Cafe t-shirt was had become, among several people in the group, an ideal souvenir. So we somehow found our way there. We took a double-decker bus before anybody else in the group did, using our Metro passes or whatever the hell they were. We got to the Hard Rock Cafe and found out that the t-shirts were sold at the gift shop, which wouldn't be open for another hour. So we decided not to wait, and we made our way back to the hotel. We got back to the hotel just when everybody else was arriving. And it was at that moment that I remembered, oh, that's right, they told us before we left on the trip that if we ever got separated from the group, we were to go back to the hotel. Well, the wife of the guy who ran the school had been waiting at the hotel the whole time for us, and she was furious because she had been forced to miss the Wax Museum. And they wanted to get on to us right then, but we all had to hurry up and get ready for a nighttime bus tour of London. So went upstairs, got changed, went on this little tour. When we got back to the hotel, they took each of us in turn to find out what happened and to give us a scolding and threaten us with expulsion. Their original plan was to expel us. But because the third guy was the grandson of a former head football coach at UGA, and who they assumed was an unwitting accomplice and part of our devious plan, to bring this dupe along with us, they couldn't expel us because they'd have to expel him too. So they did nothing to him, but they enforced some ridiculous little punishment on my friend and me. We had to clean up the chapel every morning before school started, which we did not do. And trying to think what else happened. Oh, the immediate assumption amongst all the other kids was that we had snuck off to go drinking, and I did not drink in those days. Anyway, there will be more to say about the Europe trip in forthcoming episodes. That's about it for this one. So thank you very much for listening.